The federal government is not listening to your phone calls. That's the message from the president tonight. He's defending the gathering of Americans' telephone and internet records by intelligence agencies. The Guardian, a British newspaper, published a top-secret order requiring Verizon to turn over phone records. Another report, now confirmed by the government, says the NSA is able to tap into some of the world's biggest internet companies. The president says the purpose of the programs is to stop terror attacks.
Nobody is listening to your telephone calls. That's not what this program's about. But by sifting through this so-called metadata, they may identify potential leads with respect to folks who might engage in terrorism.
Despite the president's reassurances, the angst over the revelation was apparent when political reporter Rick Albin brought it up at a Grand Rapids Area Chamber of Commerce luncheon today.
The whole idea was to start off our conversation with two area members of Congress with a little levity. The response from the crowd made it only too clear that they were very aware that the government had been tracking their calls.
Yeah, right. Before we begin, if you would, if everybody would turn off your cell phones. That's not so much to keep from interrupting them. I just don't want the government to hear everything we talk about here.
Later, a show of hands revealed just how many people were angry about the latest news out of Washington that has some questioning the government's reach and motives, including Congressmen Justin Amash and Bill Huizenga.
Well, it's outrageous. And the reason the government can collect your phone records is because of the Patriot Act. And while we've seen for the first time evidence of what the government is doing, there's been rumors that this has been going on for many years.
We got to make sure that the Patriot Act works as intended, and pretty clearly, in my mind at least, and in Chairman Sensenbrenner's, who is the author of the bill, it doesn't appear that it's been applied that way.
Congressman Amash says he has suspicions that similar activities may have taken place during the Bush administration. He says it doesn't matter who's in charge, it's not acceptable. And both men say that Congress has a heightened role of oversight when it comes either to phone calls or the recent scandal in the IRS. I'm Rick Albin, 24 Hour News 8.